Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, okay. Check, check, check. Look at this, y'all got. Look at that. I got my island boy. It's my island boy Jim. That's what we smoking on today, island boy. Island boy. Island boy. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we're gonna get started. Welcome to the welcome to the channel. Damn, I got a little channel violation. Jesus Christ. How'd I get a warning? But deleting this content, you won't be able to appeal it. What up? What up? We definitely got to talk about the post island visit. Island boy. God damn, this I was just checking out. Said this little motherfucker is short. Was it like it's up to 6,000 views? This little motherfucker. Hey, my boy Hoyas de Atlantis is gonna have to pay me some money, man. Cause he getting a lot of views, man. He getting a lot of views, man. My Grand Canary brother gonna have to hook me up, man. But yeah, the views are 44.8 times higher than your damn than my other shorts. Ain't that a bitch? Anyways, it's like I came back. So I did a spare the moment, excursion. Wasn't planned at all. I caught wind about a Monografica that was going on. I guess there's a bunch of them, but I caught wind about. Not there's a bunch of them, but there's another. There's like a smaller ones and there's a big one. I guess the big one's in November. So anyway, this was like a medium-sized one or whatever in Grand Canary. Caught wind of it. Wasn't planning on going. Just caught wind of it. Went and looked at the ticket. Went to see how much the tickets was hitting for. Ticket was about $1,200. All right, so I was like, "Fuck, that's basically what I paid to go to Serbia, like 1,100. So like $100 different." So I was like, I kind of need a break real quick, a little fun in the sun. Check this thing out, and also too, I wanted to when I got my second Presa, I started on this journey. It's like I call it the Vision Quest, right? And and I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do various activities, right? So I wanted to put my dog through various paces. Like I wanted to go around and visit various trainers, different states, visit various kennels around the United States. Because I'm like, why do people always, fly out to the Canary Islands or fly out to Europe or fly wherever, but they never just check out the presses in their own backyard, which is weird to me, right? So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna travel the United States. I'll visit as many kennels or people that want to allow me to visit them, and I'll do that, and I'll be able to see what I want to see. I want to be able to get out there and see various dogs, various kennels, various setups, meet various presser breeders in person, and not just meet people online. Because a lot of times we meet people just online. You never go out there and visit the person. You just know them from being online. I like to meet a person face to face. I like to see their setups. I like to see their dogs face to face and really get to know various breeders right here in the United States. That was my initial goal. And so I took about 6 years of doing that at various times of the year, at various times. And I was traveling around. I was trying to see as many a lot of times, a lot of people aren't so open to allowing you to come visit, for obvious reasons. Some people don't like company. Some people got shit to hide. Some people just might not like a person, which is okay. All right? So it's not a big deal. But so I started this 6 years ago. I went all over the United States. I went literally all. Here, I'll show you guys. I literally went all over the United States. I also went up to Canada. I didn't see. I tried to meet. I tried to see a breed up in Canada, but I ran out of time. I had to go. And a lot of times it spared them. A lot of times, um, I just be going places, man. So I don't really have it like planned out, and I get to a location, I just hit a motherfucker up, and like, yo, what you up to? You know what I'm saying? You down for me to pull up, whatever, whatnot. And sometimes they be like, yeah, come on with it. And sometimes they be like, nah, I'm not available, or whatever the situation might be. Um, not good. So, with that being said, I'm trying to find not Google Timeline. Yeah, it's Google Timeline, but anyways, I was just trying to show that I've been all over the United States. Okay, just take my word for it. And so that was the first part of the vision quest. My dog was 1 year old. I want to take him around. I wanted him to be tested by various trainers and being put in various situations um, from using prey drive, using oh, here you go. So so using prey drive, using defense, using whatever the fuck, and so I took them all over. Uh, the fuck. Uh, um, so anyways, I want to go around, check out the United States, uh, and visit the. Somebody sent the message, but anyways, and so I did all that, right, which is very eye opening to say the least. Because you get to know your the fuck is going on here. Uh, so yeah, I went around the United States, um, and I was able to see a lot of things. I was able to see a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to pull this shit. I was able to see a lot of stuff. And one thing about when you put boots on the ground anywhere, you really get to. Where the fuck is all my hold on a second. Jesus. Anyway, I can show you. This kind of gives you a gist of it. There's another map that looks a lot better than that. But anyways, it's just a gist of where that's just places that I've saved. But anyways, needless to say, obviously I've been in all them states because they got somewhere I saved. And then you got over there the Canary Islands. Oh, this is a different computer. Hold on a second. And then you got over there. You got some shit I saved over there. Some shit I saved over in Serbia. So anyway, so needless to say, my brother been around. Sure enough, shit your ass the fuck down. But anyways, I've been around, and I've seen some shit. This is my Island Boy Jim cigar. For this island conversation. All right, cool. So anyway, I go around the United States. I see this shit in the United States. I see various dogs. Did two working events. Want to get that out the way. Did a little piggy play time and a piggy playpen with a dog with my show enough. So I did a little bit of that. The final the final thing I needed to do was I needed to go to the islands, right? You see I got the island colors on right now. I had to go to the islands. You see y'all see the colors, right? This island boy. Right? So I had to go to the islands was the last thing I needed to do in this vision quest. And with anything, if you really want to learn something about something, you can listen to bullshit videos, right? Or you can put some boots on the ground. Show enough, lay down. Lay down, man. God damn, man. Lay down. Lay down, man. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? So, anyways, anytime you want to learn something, you got to put boots on the ground. That's what I tell any and everybody. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out for your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you come up with your own. If you have a brain, you come up with your own shit, your own opinions, your own thoughts, so on and so forth. Because there are a number of people. There are a number of people, and I guess I could be one of them motherfuckers at one point in time that talk about something and they really don't have a clue, or they think they have a clue. I should say they think they have a clue, but you don't really have a clue until you put boots on the ground. Boots on the ground is very important. Also, one thing you gotta understand about uh, when people say certain things about certain stuff, they might just be regurgitating information that they were given by somebody else. Right? If you ask that person, how the fuck do you know? Right? That person might be like, person might respond, how the fuck do you know? All right? So you guys can go back with it. How the fuck do you know? I know, how the fuck do you know? Well, this is how I know. How do you know? Right? So a person could be like, well, you say that. I'll give you an example, right? So, hold on, let me stay. I don't want to get too far off track. So, I wanted to go on this Vision Quest. Final destination was Canary Islands. So, I decided to make that happen. Right? Because, like in anything, you could keep putting shit off, or you can just go handle that business, right? So, the homie said he was going. I wasn't part of the plan. I just said, well, fuck it. I'm going to pull up too. I'm not a part of his plan. He didn't ask me to come. He didn't invite me to come. He said he was going. And I said, damn, that's a good ass idea. Maybe I'll go. I don't mind pulling up the shit by myself, making my own plans. I don't need somebody to hold my hand. I don't need somebody to guide me, this, that, and the other. I can just pull up to some shit and then I'll figure it out. Okay? So the homie gave me the information, said, hey man, I'm on my way to the islands. I looked at my little Amex card, went to the book. I said, how much is a flight to the Canary Islands? 12 hundo. Uh, Fuck it, let's go. So pack my shit, take my dog to my sister. She said she'll hold him down for the 5 days. Cool. I'm on the first thing smoking, 7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even go to sleep. Fuck it, I'll sleep when I get to the airport or I get to the when I get on the plane. I hops on the plane. American Airlines. I'm from here to Chicago. Flight was good, good flight. American Airlines is all right. Okay. Second flight, I went from Chicago to Madrid. Okay, Madrid airport ain't that, but well, I'm coming from DIA. DIA has been around there a lot of different work, but it's one of the most advanced and one of the biggest. So it is what it is. So I catch that it's 7 hours from here to Madrid. Okay, on I think it's called Iberia, Iberia. I think it's the name of the airline. It's a Spanish airline, right? I'm on that joker, flying regular, right? I ain't getting no first class. I'm in the no class. But thank goodness that the motherfucker was semi-empty. So they only had enough for the front and enough for the back. So the middle was basically empty. So I basically flew. I call it bootleg first class because I'm on the motherfucking. I got the whole row to myself. Uh, some of these other folks, and I'm looking at them like I sure hope y'all don't think y'all don't. Why would y'all not just move back here and stretch the fuck out? Cause I'm stretching out. Nigga. I had about 5 pillows. I turned that motherfucker into first class, and I was in no class. All right, so that was a benefit. That was dope. So get to Madrid. Now I gotta wait like a layover. Is like layover wasn't really shit. The layover was like an hour or something. Basically took me the time I got from the plane to the next plane to go to Gran Canaria. Uh, it just took that whole amount of time. Say because you trying to look at the shit. Some of the shit's in Spanish and shit. But anyways, you figure out what gate you're going to. So I made it to my fucking gate. I was on. She was like, "Oh, sorry, you're the." It's not. I'm wrong accent. Hold on a second. She's like, "Sir, you're the." I'm not gonna do the accent. But anyway, she's like, "Sir, you're the last one." And me and this other chick, she was running for her life, but I was just mobbing. But I was just right there. But anyways, so we gets on the plane from Madrid to Gran Canaria. Okay, uh, that plane was filled to the gills because people from Spain go to Gran Canaria, and it was the weekend, so it's popping. So that's where they go to hang out, kick it. You know what I'm saying? and do their thing on the little island and shit. So that's a little playground. Okay, even though it's kind of off season, but it still was kind of cracking. Um, so get on the plane, 2 hour trip from Madrid to Gran Canarias. 2 hour trip. Plane booked the fuck up. So ain't no stretching out, ain't none of that. Right? But it's only 2 hours, so it's not a big deal. So I get to the motherfucking airport in Gran Canaria. So Gran Canaria. So I was thinking like, shit. I'm looking at the fuck. Once again, this is spare of the moment. The homeboy doing his thing. Um. So I get there. I call him up. I'm like, yo, you think I should rent a car? He's like, definitely gonna rent a car, nigga. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna put y'all up on game. If you rent a car in Gran Canaria, tell them make sure you get because I know in the United States we be like, nigga, give me an SUV, give me a sedan, give me some big boy shit. Nah, get the smallest fucking vehicle. Get the smallest fucking vehicle you can get. I'm talking about nigga, get to a motherfucker. If it's just you or it's just you and your lady, y'all ain't got kids. I don't give a fuck if you got kids or not. Throw them in the trunk. Get the smallest fucking vehicle you can get. Trust me. Because the streets, tight. Everything is fucking tight. In the United States, we spread out. It's all wide, big, so on and so forth. Gran Canaria, shit is fucking tight. Okay? Get a little ass car. Get the littlest fucking car you can get. Don't try and be cool, baby. Let's get the sedan. Let's get the big. Nah, 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 nah. Get you the little ass car. Trust me. So the homeboy said get a car. So I go to 6SIXT. I fucks with them. I rent with them in the United States. Them what I knew. In the islands, they got a fucking car thing called C car. At first, I was like, oh, let me represent them. They got like the C car, the CICAR. Um, that company is an island-based company, so they have a lot more various types of car. They got a lot of Peugeot, whatever however you say that in French. French is and they have a lot of French vehicles, other vehicles, so on and so forth. They have a wider variety because they're a local brand, so obviously they can carry. I guess that's what the other companies were saying that these motherfuckers get the VIP. They get the plug because they live there because they're from the islands. C car is from the islands. Everybody else is obviously a foreign from the United States or wherever else. So once again, get to Gran Canaria. Homeboy said you got to get a car because at first I'm like, well, shit, I'll just catch a little cab or Uber to the motherfucking Las Palomas or whatever the dopest little area, the biggest little town area. So I was gonna go up north. That's more up north because the show is more up north. North. There's actually like north. I think whatever is to the left. So I was like, well, fuck it. I get 20 minutes from the show, and then that way, um, at least I'm in close proximity. Plus, I did the chat GBT. It's like, yo, what's the best? Like one of the top beaches there, little areas to go to. So Las Palomas or whatever the fuck it's called. So that's where I went, right? So rented the car. The car was like the total bill was 160. I think the whole total bill for like 5 days or 4 days or 5 days, whatever. It was like $40 a day or some shit. Might have been a little cheaper. I don't know. Yeah, like $40. Maybe it was a little cheaper because tax and all that bullshit. But anyways, it was under $40. Um, once again, I probably could have went a little cheaper than that. I probably could have went a little cheaper than that. People, you don't need to be fancy. Trust me. I mean, I guess if you just want to be fancy, you could try and be fancy. But dude was like, "Oh, I can get you the convertible for an extra $100." I said, "What? Hell no!" I think the fucking faggot. I mean, excuse me, like it was like a cheesy like Cabernet, like Volkswagen Cabriolet or some shit like that convertible. I said, hell, an extra $100 a day because the chick said because I was waiting at 60, she was gonna give me like the baby upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Audi, right? So I'm over there pushing the Audi. Hey, I'm over there pushing the Audi. So anyway, another thing too is When you go over to Europe, I don't know how it is in any other European place. Well, I didn't rent a car when I was in Serbia. Well, I did. I rented the vehicle, but my man Ivan was driving. But anyways, uh, so when you rent the vehicle, one thing you got to keep in mind is everything. So standard transmission. That means stick shift, right? So you gotta you gotta know how to drive a stick, or you gonna pay for an upgrade as an automatic, nigga, right? Luckily, I grew up. I learned how to drive on a standard transmission. But I haven't done it in a long ass time, so I was like, damn, man, I don't want to be out here like boom, boom, boom. The modern day sticks ain't like the old school stick. The old school stick, you let off on the clutch too fast, that motherfucker just cut off. Then you gotta go, you gotta start it back up. Nowadays, the motherfucker cut off, then you push the clutch back in, that motherfucker, it'll fire back up anyway. So I'm on my European shit, right? So they like, yo, I said, what's up with the automatic? Because at first it's like, yeah, you ordered a standard transmission. I was like, hell nah, shit, give me an automatic, the standard. What the fuck kind of shit is that? So he's like, well, automatic transmission upgrade. What? Hell nah, I ain't doing that, motherfucker. Fuck that. I said we about to get our fucking Fast and the Furious on. So dude gave me so I got the little standard transmission. The upgrade was a motherfucking Audi. He was like, brand new Audi. It only got so many miles. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. So he gave me the little Audi Q2 or some shit. But like I said, if you go, do not get no fucking. If you don't need 4 doors, don't get no fucking 4 doors. Get you the smallest subcompact, compact shit that you can fucking get. So, anyways, I fucking take the Audi. So, anyways, I'm driving to the beach. So, what I'm saying? I'm bending corners, I'm bending shit, checking shit out. I got all this footage. I'm gonna put all this shit. I was videoing a lot of this shit. But so I'm bending corners. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers, the housing situation on the islands is it's an island. Motherfuckers is on top of these motherfuckers on top of each other. You dig what I'm saying? And then I'm like looking at the uh, uh, anyways, I'm headed to the beach. I'm checking shit the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm just doing my own thing. The homie doing his shit. I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck am I gonna go. Then I'm trying to figure out where the fuck am I gonna stay. Right? So I go down to the beach, right? Finally found a spot to park in the parking garage. Cool thing about it is, well, bad thing about it, you're not finding no parking on the street. So you gotta find a parking garage. So which is cool. Cause the parking garage, okay, so let me tell you, when you get in the parking garage, you're gonna understand what I mean by you want to get a small ass vehicle. The motherfucker is tight as hell. I'm talking about it's like it's tight, man. It's like a fat bitch in a phone booth. It's tight. When you're trying to park in Gran Canaria in the parking garage, the motherfucker is tight. Okay? So you go in there, hit the little thing, get the ticket and whatnot. You get the ticket, park your whip. So then I parks my shit. So now, like I head to the I park right by the beach. So I head down to the beach. So I mob down the little boardwalk and shit. Like I'm looking at, I'm checking shit out. The ladies are absolutely beautiful. Obviously, not every last one of them, but there's a lot of beautiful ones, right? Kind of reminds me of like a Miami South Beach. Like motherfuckers is jogging, motherfuckers is walking. Motherfuckers is on the beach. So you got a lot of good looking women. You got a lot of older retired people too. Cause like I said, I think a lot of motherfuckers from Madrid and wherever going over there and they retirement, kicking it, working on their tan. So then I'm looking at the beach and shit. I'm like, yo, hold up a second. What is them hanging to the knees, right? So I'm checking out the folks on the beach and I'm like, yo, that old ass lady titties is all the way to her mother effing knee. I said, damn. Then I'm like looking around, I'm like, there's more titties. There's titties and shit everywhere. It's a trick because in the United States, we don't see no titties. Like we might go to the beach, you go to nude beaches and shit like that, but like you gotta go, you gotta find them. It's not like just like blah out right there. Uh, so titties everywhere. Okay, and it wasn't the prettiest titties in the world because a lot of motherfuckers was 65 and older, but I was just tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? I was tripping on that. Um, I was definitely tripping on that. But so hung out on the beach, kicked it, saw what I could saw, see what I see. You know what I'm saying? Then it started getting dark. Stayed to the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Had a little beer, had a nice little seafood meal. Um, Seafood is cheap. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seafood is yeah. Oh, hold on a second. So anyway, seafood is cheap. The meal was cheap. Like the beer was $2, €2, $3 euro, and you ain't got to worry about tipping and all that bullshit. So that's a beautiful thing. So that saves money right there. So anyways, I had me a cigar. I kicked it. Watched the motherfuckers on the beach and shit. Just kicked it on the little boardwalk, and I was like, damn, I gotta find somewhere to stay. Found a little spot down the street from the beach. Shit was reasonable, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe I might spend $100. Maybe it might be like $60. You know what I'm saying? But nothing like crazy, you know what I'm saying? But once again, you gotta park in that fucking parking garage, and the shit is fucking tight, right? So the thing about it is when you get the ticket, you park. But then when you leave and you come back, you got to pay for it. Well, I didn't do it the first time, but shit you learn. I'm thinking because a lot of times here in the United States, you get the ticket, but then once you get to the little thing, you can put your little credit card on there. The little shit goes up, you leave. But here, on Grand Canaria, when you get the parking, when you park it, you get the ticket. When you come back, you got to pay for it. Then you get in the car, and then because they already take a picture of your license plate when you drove in or some shit. So once you are about to leave, the shit will just come up because you already paid for it, so you ain't got to trip on it. I ain't know that. So anyways, I get there, the dude was sitting right there. I'm like, yo, amigo. And he's like, yeah. I say, hey, the ticket's not working. The ticket not working. He was like, oh, you gotta pay. I was like, fuck. So he was like, I gave my card. He went and paid for the shit for me. It was just right there. He paid for it and had my card back. But so that's one thing you got to keep in mind. Give me all the rundown on Gran Canaria and the islands. Um, that's one of the things you got to do. Pay for your motherfucking ticket. All right. Another thing. So I get lodging right because the event's the next day, 10 o'clock or whatever it is. Uh, I'm beat too. I am beat too. Like I'm beat now, but I'm still beat. Um, because it's like it's like you fast forward in time, right? So you go 8 hours ahead of. So Grand Canary is 8 hours ahead of time, so it's like the next day or whatever it is. So So, anyways, oh, so I get lodging and shit. Call it a night, right? Next day is the event. So I fly out on Thursday, get there Friday, kick it there Friday, Saturday. We go to the event, the Monografica, right? The homie says, "Man, this ain't the main Monografica. This is like the smaller. It's like the little brother of the big Monografica." I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, well, fuck. So what? I don't care. It's all good. So I go there by myself. Um, I go there. You know, I got my stream. You know, I'm streaming. Y'all can check the video out. I live stream the motherfucking event because that's what I like to do. I like to shed light on these events and you know what I'm saying? Because see, a lot of people don't shed these lights, man. A lot of times they travel places, they don't fucking video the shit. People, the common person, don't see fucking shit unless you just go look the places up. So I like to stream it to show people, you know, something that they might not ever see. You know what I'm saying? Because also I share my broadcast on non-presser groups too. So, you know, somebody might get see some dogs like, damn, what the fuck is that? Or whatever it is. So I like to share that. So I go to Monograph. So I pull up to the joint, big ass building and shit. So I asked one of the brothers outside. One thing I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you, these motherfucking these dudes on the Canary Islands got to be some of the nicest people I've ever met. I mean, these motherfuckers is so goddamn nice and so fucking helpful. I see why people go back. I see why my man Richard has gone back like 1,000 times. Because the people on the Canary Island, I don't know about all of Spain. Obviously, I didn't visit all of Spain. But these motherfuckers on Canary Islands, the island folks, are fucking nice as shit. Um, so I asked my man, yo, where the dog show? They're like, oh, you gotta go there and over there. Or go around back and then going that way. Because the building was like I think it's like a gym too, so I think they probably use it for indoor soccer or some shit. I mean, I know I seen the cats up top was working out. Shit. Y'all can see the video, you see what I'm talking about. Okay, hold on a second. Before I get to the video, before I get to the actual event, let me backtrack a little bit. So when I'm driving to the beach area, I'm looking around, right? So my brain is turning. I'm looking at the environment, and I'm looking at the environment. I'm looking at the hills, the mountains, the this, that, the other. I'm looking at how people are living because I'm driving all through Grand Canary, right, in that little area up north. I'm driving all through there. I'm going through the city, this, that, and the other. Because one, I really don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just kind of just buzzing around. I'm just really just sightseeing, just seeing, getting a vibe for the neighborhoods, seeing how shit is. I'm like hoping I might run across a nigga with a press, a cat with a presser, or some shit like that. Or I see bullies. I see other shit. I see other kind of weird shit. But I ain't seeing no pressers. But anyways, so all these houses are like, Grand Canary is basically like a big ass rock. It's like if you would take the top of a mountain and then you just raise the water up to basically the top of the mountain, and then you say, okay, you motherfuckers live right here. So everybody's like living on the side of basically a mountain type of deal. So all the houses are kind of fixed like row houses or apartments. It's just a bunch of apartments and shit, right? This is on Grand Canary. This is in a particular area. I was up north when I was driving from the airport up north. This is what you're gonna see, right? But it's just mainly just rocks. Ain't a bunch of lush. Ain't none of that. It's just rocks and shit. It's rocks on top of mo rock on top of mo rock. It's rocks. Okay. So my mind is like. So anyway, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna try and keep this. So keep in mind, Grand Canary, get there, rocks on top of more rocks on top of more rocks. Okay. Get to the beach, titties, old, Not very many young titties, but there's some titties out. I'm like, oh shit. I get my lodging, just to recap. Wake up the next lodging was nice. Woke up the next day. Didn't even have breakfast. I was tired, so I got up and then shot straight to the motherfucking event. Um, so I get to the event, big ass like a sports complex type of event. I mean type of area. I get there and dude, peep this out. So I go inside. I go inside the event, right? I go inside. It's the funniest shit. I don't know why it should be cracking me up. But I go inside the event, and then like a number of the folks that was already in there, the breeders or whatever it is, they all kind of turn around, and it was like they see me like. So anyway, this big motherfucking Ivan Drago looking motherfuckers, he turned around, look at me like, I'm like, oh shit. So I started thinking, damn, is this one of these motherfuckers I done heckled? I'm like, I'm about to bang with this big motherfucker. I said, this motherfucker is huge, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, fuck it, we gotta go. We gonna go down in a ball of fucking flames. So I'm sitting there, he peep me out, I peep him out. They turn around, they like looking at me and shit. So I look at them. And so, I'm like, shit, well, nigga, if it's gonna be on, it's gonna be on. So I like, shoot, I slide over right by where they at. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing what's up. I don't really say nothing to them, but I'm just checking the dogs. I should do what I do when I go to the event. Same thing I should did when I was a servant. So anyway, so I'm kicking it, checking out the dogs, this, that, and the other. Then the one of them comes over to me. It's like, hey, you in Serbia, huh? I say, yeah, that's me. He's like, oh, brother, yeah, my man. So I was like, shoo. It wasn't the big Drago, but it was his homeboy. So I'm like, if the homeboy could, at first when he said he was Serbian, I said, oh yeah, we good to go, right? Because I fuck with my Serbians. I probably fuck with all Eastern blood. But you know what I'm saying? I know I used to be hard on my Romanians and this, that, and the other. But you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Bygones be bygones, all right? So anyway, I was like, hell yeah. But when they said he was Serbian, I was like, cool. Um, Cause I got a little love for Serbians. Cause my man Jokic, so I'm not a Nuggets fan like that, but I'm from Denver. I live in Denver, and I'm gonna rep my squad. I'm gonna rep the home team. So Jokic is on Denver. He's a Serbian, so I fucks with him. So that means I fuck with the Serbs. Plus, I just like them niggas. They all tough. I like tough motherfuckers. Ain't nobody around there acting pussy. Ain't nobody. Them motherfuckers be tough. I never did. Did I ever recap my Serbian trip? But anyways, them niggas tough. Anyways, back to Spain. All right, so I'm going to the event. The Serbians say what's up, and then I see my boy Hoya. I mean, I think it's Ruben is his name. So then I see him tap him, give him a hug. What's up? Even though he got mad at me, I trolled him one time. I was talking about something. He got mad at me. But anyway, we was all cool. It was all good. Hugged him out. He's like, "Oh, you made it finally." Da, 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 da. I said, "Yeah, man. I'm in the building. You dig? Checking it out." He showed me what he had. He had a puppy there. That's it. He just brought a puppy. He got a bunch of dogs as y'all see. I got the video up, but he brought a puppy to this one. Um, or he was had a puppy. I don't forgot what it was. But anyway, so I said what's up to him, and then I just went and watched the dog show. So then I watched the dog show. Uh, the show was good, man. The show, like, it wasn't like a big ass. It wasn't like a big ass bunch of motherfuckers, bunch of breeders and shit. But it was a good, nice little, decent dog show. And like, I'm not a dog show guy. Okay, don't get it fucked up. Like, I'm not like going to. I'm not just going to dog shows. First of all, they're not that fun. Okay, they're not fun at all. To me, they're quite boring. But I like to go to say that I've been right because it's hard to talk about something, and I used to do it, and I was bad at it. But I was talking about shit that I never really went and saw, right? And then now there's like, well, you never went to an AKC show. I'm like, God damn. You everybody keeps moving the goalpost on me. I'm like, I think so. I think I see two shows. I went to the European Monografica. I went to this little Monografica. God damn that! No, you got to go to an AKC show. And then they probably be like, you need to go to the Westminster. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna just keep going to try to. No, no, no. I get the point. I see what's going on here. Uh, so, anyways, peeping out the show. Um, at one point in the dog show, this lady pulls out a Presa. Man, it's a light Brindle John, but the muzzle was like it was a snub nosed muzzle. Like the motherfucker looking like paws might be part Chinese or some shit like that. That muzzle was like this. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? He had a snub nose. Look like these new Rottweilers. You know what I'm saying? And I saw, I'm standing there, I'll be peeping everything out. I'm peeping everything. I do security for a living. So I'm watching body language. So I'm looking at I watched the judge looking at her like, yeah. Little mom, it was a female, she come up to him. He like, he talked, because I'm kind of close. I probably could have been nosy. I turned my microphone and really try to, get sneaky with it. If I'd had my GoPro, it definitely would have picked up with the microphone exactly what he was saying. But he wasn't being rude or nothing. But he basically told her like, "Hey, little mama, that muscle ain't it. It ain't even no 60-40. That nigga's like a 60. That's like a 90-10 or a 95-5." So he told her he laced her up. And the cool thing about him was he was like, "Hey, you know, you ain't gonna make it, sweetie." So he told her, he said, "Hey, just go, go down and come up. We're gonna I'm gonna let you go through the paces, but you're out of there." Exit stage right, okay? So he was like, yeah, go up, go down, uh, and beat it. No, she was cool, but he was like, get out of here. So she got the exit stage right. Um, so that was cool. I was like, they kept it a bean on that. I'm glad to see. Um, so it was all, you have the various classes, this class, that class. Um, all the dogs, you know, all the dogs were good. It's not all of them. I mean, yeah, majority of them were decent. They were good dogs. Good looking dogs. Um, a lot of them had a nice. I hate when they motherfuckers bone this and bone that. But anyways, the bone, they had a nice bone. You know what I'm saying? The forearms are thick. Uh, the nice. I wouldn't classify them as a huge. Over in Serbia, I seen some fucking huge ones. These weren't really out of this group. Remember, this ain't the big monograph. This is like a smaller one. So the ones that were there, I wouldn't classify them as huge, but they were definitely uh 130 ish. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. They were a lot more thicker, a lot more mastiffy type, if you want to classify that. I mean, the video's on it. You can look for yourself. If you didn't already watch it, you can kind of look for yourself. The paws are different, and I was looking at some of the paws are different. Some of the nails on the dogs were different. I was like, I wonder what's up with that. And what I mean by us, my dog's nails compared to their dog's nails, they just look different. And I want to do more research on that. But they're definitely a lot more. They're a lot thicker bone. Uh, yeah, some of them. There's one short motherfucker that was that motherfucker was built like a little fucking like a Mike Tyson type dog. I don't know what the fuck this little nigga was. This little nigga's head was thick as a motherfucker. Boar belly, yeah, a little bit, yeah. You can say that. Yeah, you can say that. This little motherfucker was short and thick as a motherfucker. I had to recap. Because, a lot of shit's going on. I mean, not a lot of shit. But there's so much going on. I'm trying to absorb it all. It's like playing a football game. I feel like Deion Sanders. I got to go back and watch the film. But, they got the ass kicked yesterday. But I gotta go back and watch the film, but there were some nice ones there, man. There's some nice thick motherfuckers there. Um, they had one black dog showed up, but that nigga didn't get no air. Did he win? I think he might have won something. I think the black actually won something. Now I think about it, the black dog actually won something. I think he might have won some shit. Matter of fact, did he win? I think he did win. I think I don't know all the class. You know, there's so many motherfucking classes and this class and that class and class on top of another class. And so I think the motherfucker did win something, but it's not a bunch of black dogs showing up there. It's like a Klan rally. It's like a conservative. It's like a Charlie. What's his name? Charlie. Whatever the fuck his name was. Rally. You have a couple Negroes in the building, but uh Charlie Randolph, whatever the fuck his name was. But so anyways, checking out the dogs, man. Once again, there's a lot of Spanish. Motherfucker, not too much English and shit. Chopping it up with the people a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Use a little translator. You get to, cause I got the Meta Ray Bans, so you know what I'm saying. I'm able to listen to shit, eavesdrop on niggas running, talking and shit. But uh, so I chopped it up. The dog show was cool. Them motherfuckers get kind of long. I started getting hungry as a motherfucker. Um, but it's not a bunch of wild and crazy like variations. Okay, so one thing, if you go back and watch the video, you're gonna see a lot of more of a consistent um, types. There's not niggas ain't showing up with the white on whites or the black pandas and all that wild and crazy shit. Maybe they're out there somewhere, but them people ain't fucking with that shit, man. Um, so everybody is either Brindle, Fawn. The Fawn dog was kicking ass. For some odd reason, Fawn dogs. If you want to win dog shows, just my personal opinion, get you a Fawn dog. Fawn dogs seem to kick ass in dog shows. I don't know why. Maybe just something about a beautiful fawn. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker built right, structure right, moves right. It's kicking some ass in the dog show world. It's gonna kick some ass. So I would definitely, if you're gonna plan on going that route, think about getting a fawn dog, cause that motherfucker show no one. Um, so yeah, the Canary dogs over there. Dogs over there look good. Um, like I said, but so I went and checked that out, right? So then after I checked that out, and I'm like, so then I started thinking to myself. So then I started thinking about this fucking history of shit, right? So let's go to this right here. Let's go to this dude right here. Uh, let's go. Let's listen to this for a second. Hold on a second. Let's go to. So after I peeped that out, so I peep out the dog show. I'm seeing that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Um, but in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call now. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to piece this whole the fuck, dude. I'm trying to piece this whole Presa Canario and the history of the Presa Canario, right? So, I'm trying to think about. I'm thinking about. Look right here. So,
best breed documentaries on YouTube.
See, so I remember watching this, right?
Presa Canario is a very serious animal. In the beginning, the purpose for the Presa Canario was to ward off wild dogs, catch large animals, cattle, and such to prepare it for slaughter, and to be an all around protection, family oriented dog. Presa Canario is a breed that is originating from the Canary Islands. It was created in the 1700s by a bunch of farmers. They used these dogs in the beginning as cattle herders and protection dogs for their flock. I discovered the Presa Canario
You
breed
hear that? Okay,
in
we're gonna stop there. Now let's go over here. This dude.
Documentary TV, producing the best breed documentaries on
This
YouTube.
one.
Dog is man's best friend, right? And I truly believe that.
Oh, this one.
I think every breed is specific to certain people and their lifestyles and what they expect out of that. Um, I'm not an
No,
overly athletic guy that goes out running 5, 10 miles.
yeah, they don't look like that. We were
Best breed documentaries on YouTube.
yeah. Okay. What the one with oh, yeah, it's right here. Look at this bullshit.
Documentary TV, producing the best breed documentaries on YouTube.
Hey, Documentary TV, this is Gavin Goins Jr. from King Coda Presses in New Orleans, Louisiana.
You don't see none of that bullshit. I ain't see not one of this bullshit.
Bull terriers, and other dogs like that. And they were bred to the original presser type dogs on the island. And, you know, dog fighting and things like that was popular with the English merchants, and it kind of rubbed off on the natives of the Canary Islands. So they were in the dog fight, and that's where the dog aggression comes from in the breed.
That's true.
Also, though, in the 40s, dog fighting was banned on the islands, and this is kind of where I guess a lot of the gray area comes in with the presser, because by the dog fighting being banned on the island, it stopped the purpose for making these type of fighting dogs.
I think that's true. Oh, there's something else. Let's just go back. Not like that part. Uh, there was I like. We'll go back to that part. But anyways, so so after I watch after I go to the Monografica, I see I see um I started thinking. I'm looking at these dogs and I'm looking at the terrain, and so these thoughts and shit are like going through my head, right? These thoughts are going through my fucking
On
head.
YouTube.
So I'm like, damn. Well, let me just keep these thoughts in my head, right? So I'm like, I'm like, so I'm peeping out the terrain. Like, it's just fucking rocks, bro. It's like rocks every fucking where. And so I'm like, where the cattle at? I own cattle. I'm a Negro that own cattle now. Don't get it fucked up. Like, I'm not your average Negro. I done own some cattle. I had homeboys that had land. I bought the fucking cattle. I bought some cattle. I know how cattle works. I know how that shit goes, right? Um, so I'm like, where's the fucking all this cattle and shit at, right? So, anyways, I go there. We leave there. We leave there, and we leave the dog show. Like I said, I peeped all the dogs out. Got it all on the tape. Some up close. Uh, yeah, some of them up close. Seen a lot of good shit, right? Seen some good shit. So I'm thinking about catch dog. I'm thinking about herding dog. And I'm like, yeah, these motherfuckers ain't catching shit. They just too big. They too big and too massive. I'm like, what did you plan on catching? Right? And I'm like, so I'm like, and then I'm saying, well, herding. Let me just hold off a little bit, right? So my brain, I'm like, let me just hold off, right? So we go eat. Food was good. Food was inexpensive. You know, even though it's in the euro, it's still inexpensive. Like it was like three of us. Actually, me and Richard, we actually ate after that. I hadn't even seen him up until then. We actually ate afterwards. Went ate, had a good meal, and nice right there on the beach. You might say like, "Oh, that sounds fancy." It was cool, but it's not fancy because like, everywhere's on the fucking beach. Because literally, you're on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere is on the beach. Like you look out your window, the beach is right over there. Because all the beaches here, all the housing and shit is basically like right there on the water type shit. So it's close by. So it's not like we did some 5-star bougie shit. Niggas just found a restaurant that happened to be on the fucking beach, which was dope. The meal was inexpensive. One thing about the euro, even though it's a 17-cent difference, the dollar and 17 is €1. Um, the pricing over there is fucking great, man. Like I said, a beer $2, a beer here $10. In Colorado, it might be 8 or some shit dollars. You know what I'm saying? So the pricing, the meal, everything it came out. I think I don't know. The homeboy Richard treated me, which I appreciated. I offered to buy. He snagged the motherfucking bill faster than me, which is I appreciate him. So he picked that up. But anyway, I think it was like $100, 100 something. It was cool. So went out to eat. He went his way. I went my way. Um, I end up. I went from there. Some one of the guys exactly get tired too fast. Hold on a second. I've still got this in my mind now. We can't jump. We can't jump the gun yet. It's still in my mind. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is they talking? So then I'm like, so one of the dudes told me about this spot that's up in the mountains. So I'm like, all right, cool. I done seen the beach area. I need to go up in the mountains now. I need to get a full flavor. So this La La Hana, I went live there. I think I went live there. I think it was kind of shitty though. But anyways, I think I went live. I got some more footage though that I will be posting that I did with my GoPro uh, and my Meta Ray Bans. But anyway, so I understand going up in the mountains and it started getting kind of dark because you bobbing and weaving and it started getting dark because time gets darker quicker. But anyways, so I go up in the mountains. Motherfucking mountains are absolutely amazing. Go to this one place. It's all like old school white. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. You gotta, if y'all didn't see that video, check the video out. It's called La Hunja, whatever the fuck it's called, but it's in the mountains. The motherfucking shit is sick. Um, went up there, then I had to find lodging. I found a little spot. Worst thing ever, too. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Come to find out. So, anyways, I'm trying to sleep, right? Because the next day we're gonna go to Tenerife. The next day, the boat leaves early as a motherfucker, right? So, anyways, I go to bed early, trying to go to sleep. Like I wake up about 3 hours. I had to be up anyways, but I wake up, man. The motherfucker, I couldn't sleep because these fucking dogs kept barking. So I fucking hit the chick on the WhatsApp like, yo, I can't. I was gonna be a motherfucker just dispute the fucking charge, but I wasn't gonna. I was like, fuck, I'd just eat it. It was like $60 anyway. But so the motherfucking dogs and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with all these fucking dogs, right? This is dogs barking like crazy. So anyways, I get up, leave the room, fuck it, nigga, I'm out of here. So I'm gonna head down to the pier to catch the ferry. So you get take a ferry from Gran Canaria to Tenerife. So I hops on I leave the mountains. Mountains is cool as fuck. When you high up there in the morning, the sun is coming up. I caught the sun coming up to the sunrise. So I caught the sunset in Gran Canaria in the sunrise, which is I didn't plan it. It just worked out that way. The sunrise up in the mountains though. So I gave you two various perspectives. The sunset at the beach, sunrise in the fucking mountains. Crazy, right? So if you take your chick, make sure y'all hit that mountains. Go to the mountains for the sunrise in the morning. It's fucking crazy. So anyways, I wake up as I'm traveling down the motherfucking mountain, because you're at the top. So basically I travel up the mountain, so now I gotta travel back down the mountain to go back down to the ocean, to go to the pier. So while I'm traveling down, I see these motherfuckers with these dog cages, right? And I'm like, damn, what the fuck is these hounds? These like greyhounds. These motherfuckers got big ass ears and shit. You gotta look them up. I forgot what they call it. Some type of Spanish greyhound. So they got all these fucking hunters up there. And so then I was like, oh, that's what all the fucking barking was. I'm like, who the fuck got all these goddamn dogs? So these motherfuckers is up there to hunt rabbits. Well, I didn't know that at the first. Let me jump the gun. So I'm driving by. I'm coming down the motherfucking mountain. Once again, these roads is narrow as a motherfucker, right? So it's like what they do also too, or what I've seen too, is these cats come from other places and they had these little ass Toyotas and shit, and they do like the little mountain shit, you know what I'm saying? Type of shit. But because the shit is tight as like a fucking the roads is real small and tight and windy and shit. So I'm coming down the mountain. I see these motherfucking things. Curiosity getting me. I'm saying, yo, I pull up on one dude. As soon as I fucking pull up on his ass to ask him, what the fuck is he up there doing? Like, what are they hunting? He's like, somebody pulls behind me. So I'm like, fuck it. So I go down. So then while I'm passing by a whole bunch of other motherfuckers, they already got their dogs out. They already doing their thing. So then by the time I get like somebody towards like the middle part, I catch this man and his wife, or man and woman. So I caught them like, yo, hey, amigo, hey, uh, un momento, like 1 minute, 1 minute. So I say, hey, and his English was fucked up. I'm like, what are you hunting? Like, what the dogs for? He's like, hunting. And I'm like, yeah, what are you hunting? He's like, rabbit. You know, he said rabbit is something, you know, it's kind of fucked up. So I was like, rabbit? He said, yeah, rabbit. I said, oh, okay. So you mind I film dogs? He's like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. You know, once again, these motherfuckers is nice. They motherfuckers, they cool. I mean, not that you be mean about it, but the average person probably be nice about it. But he was like, yeah, go ahead, film the dogs. So I filmed the dogs and shit. And they, you know, a bunch of, they had like 5 or 6 of them, five little greyhound looking motherfuckers. And so, you know, I rapped with him. Then I went down. I went down to the ferry. Um, Richard and them ended up showing up. So then we caught the ferry. You know, so we're in separate vehicles and shit. So I got the ferry. We got the ferry to Tenerife. Get to Tenerife. Richard goes out, does this thing. He's doing his thing this whole time. Once again, I'm just pulled up. He already had his agenda. He already had all this shit mapped out, doing his thing. Cool. I wasn't there to bother him or, you know, intrude on his situation. I was just there to pull up. So uh, I go by Kurdo's shit. Right, I try to see if this nigga gonna answer the phone. He don't answer the phone. It's Sunday. Maybe he takes Sundays off or whatever. So I called his little WhatsApp number and shit. So I go there. You know what I'm saying? He don't answer. I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck it. It is what it is. Once again, I ain't planning to meet the nigga. I ain't tell the motherfucker I was coming or nothing like that. But um, I go to where. So Curto lives like 10 minutes from the city. It's like sometimes we have these perceptions of things, and we see things like we see the nigga and you think he's like, like he's like off in the jungle somewhere, off in some. He's 10 minutes from the fucking city. Right? If you can Google his shit and you can see use Google Maps and you can see it's like 20. Let's say 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes from like 20, I think it's 20 minutes or something like that. But it's a short distance from the city. It's not like he's way out somewhere. He has a little plot of land out there, but big ass motherfucking. There's a big ass fucking gate thing, like, and then I guess there's like a dog hotel and shit. I called both numbers, they ain't answer. Hit him up on Messenger. He ain't answer. I said, "Fuck it, it is what it is." But so then I went. I was like, "Fuck, I'm hungry as a motherfucker." So I'm on Tenerife. So I go. So then I find a little restaurant to go to. So first I pull over to this one spot. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna eat at. So I pull over, and then I look over. I look over. I see like a little brindle dog and shit. So my man had like a little baby presser and shit. I said, "Oh shit, okay, cool. Yeah, I find a little motherfucker." First presser I done seen. Actually, the only presser I seen on Gran Canaria and Tenerife was a little puppy. I'm talking about as far as like out just in the normal human life, just out walking around or whatever. I seen this little ass puppy. So I went, there's some young folks, saying, holler at them, "Hey, what's up, y'all?" Da, da, da. They don't speak, the English is fucked up. So, I use a little translator app, saying, like, "Where'd y'all get the dog from?" They're like, "Oh, we got it from some guy or whatever the fuck." Oh, okay. And so they really didn't have much information. So I was like, fuck it. All right, this is kind of a dry run so far, striking out. Thought I could pull up on Curto. Curto was like, "Nigga, I'm not answering this." Click. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, Tried it at some other folks. And I'm like, "Yo, where should I go?" This and the other. So then my boy Ruben from Hoyas de Atlantica, whatever, however say it. He gave me the Tierra Volcans' information. I ended up hitting him up, but it was already kind of late. So I was like, "Shit, I'll see you tomorrow." So I went from that area, got something to eat. I went to Curto, came up short. Went and got something to eat. It was cool. It was good. Once again, it was inexpensive. I went from there, drove around and shit. Went down the coast. Went down to this other little beach area. Actually, I saw the sunset over there too. I went to the one beach. It's one location where it's just another beach area, but went down there, peeped out the sunset, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do next. Um, yeah, that's what I went. So then I so I went from there. I drove back. Once again, I'm still peeping out the scenery and shit. I'm still peeping out the layout. Oh, then I went to the little where I got the picture with the presses and shit. The little carved out monument type of deal. Like it's the most random location. I swear to God, I don't know why they chose this little area, but I think there's a history behind it or whatever it is. But it ain't nothing special. It's literally on the street. Like the street is here, and then like they basically put the little monument of the dogs right there in this like rock area. Because once again, everything is rock. It's rock fest. So they just carved it out or whatever they put up there, and that's where it's at. It's like it's just there. So I took me some pictures and shit. Got my flicks on. Um, uh, so I wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to take a picture at the rock. So I wanted to get that accomplished. So I got that done. I was like, I was gonna wait till the next day, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Let me just do it today. So I can at least get that out the way. Cause I'm trying to squeeze everything in within like a day, a day or two. So Saturday, I'm gonna squeeze everything into Saturday or into Sunday. Yeah, I want to squeeze everything into Sunday because Saturday was a show. Sunday was Tenerife. So I just wanted to squeeze everything in. Got my picture, but still just looking at the terrain. Damn, the fuck? Still looking at the terrain and shit. Um, Still rock fest. There's not a bunch of cattle. There's not a bunch of fucking nothing, right? It's just rocks and businesses and some people's houses and shit. Various locations. Cactus and shit. A lot of cactus. It's basically semi-arid, which is like semi-desert or whatever the fuck you call it. Semi-arid, I think it's the term. So check all that out. Uh, so now I gotta find. I watch the sunset. Now I gotta find lodging. Um, Actually, I go back. I go back. Well, uh, the breeder I'm gonna check out the next day is in a certain area. So I was like, I'm gonna go to this kind of area. So, anyways, I ended up bumping into this other cool little area. Forget the name of it, but it's like an old school cobblestone roads tight than a motherfucker. It's a cool ass area. Which now that I know, if I go back, when I go back, or if I go back to Tenerife, I want to go to that area because that area actually has like various shops, various coffee shops, restaurants, this, that, the other. Motherfuckers is walking around and shit. Like it's a little bit more shit in this little one particular area. And the hotel I stayed in was absolutely fucking amazing. It was only like 100. It was like 100 something, like cheap, like $100, like 109. But the hotel, absolutely beautiful. The inside interior was absolutely beautiful. It was dope. It was a dope shit. It was dope actually. I slept like a motherfucker too. They had like a little restaurant, little bar in the inside. Yeah, it was kind of sick, bro. Actually, it was kind of sick. Once again, a parking situation. I actually found somewhere to park on the street, but they do have parking there. It was like $12 a day, which wasn't really bad. But I found actually parking on the street, lucked up on some shit. Hey, it was when I was trying to figure out where the fuck I was gonna stay at. So I pulled up, and I guess it's by this police station. The motherfucker like looked out, see me pull up behind their car, cause it wasn't really like a parking spot, but I pulled up behind at the police station, like over to the right. The motherfucking policia, you know what I'm saying? These niggas started like boop, boop, boop. They start falling up out this motherfucker like, yo, what's up with this cat? You know what I'm saying? Why you pull behind our shit? They pull out, I'm like, hey, I'm trying to find this hotel, I'm like, yeah, they're like, so I say the name, they speak a little English and shit. They're like, oh, okay, you got what the fuck? I'm like, oh, you got to go around a little bit. What the fuck is going on here? Damn, hold on a second. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, so I'm like, so I pull up on the motherfucking, oh, there we go. Oh, okay. As soon as I pull up on the cops start falling out. I tell them, hey, man, I'm trying to find. I'm like, damn, these niggas is coming out kind of deep. Like, they looking like, nigga, what's popping? Like, they ready to get it cracking. I'm like, yo, calm down, homies. But anyways, they pull out. They tell me, they say, man, you got to go here, go left. So anyways, I go around. I find a spot, hop out, go to the hotel, kick it. Shit. Next day, I'm like, I hit my man up from Ted Dave Volcanes. I went over there, so I told him I was gonna pull up. Went to a little coffee shop first. Bitches in that motherfucker was bad. Bitches walking on the street, bad. I'm gonna keep it one thou wow. Them bitches is nice, y'all. Them bitches is them Spanish joints is alright, man. And they sweet and nice as a motherfucker. Had me one of them cappuccinos, you know what I'm saying? Everybody drink cappuccino. They drink coffee all fucking day long. Uh, Went there, hit him up on WhatsApp. Yo, you ready? This, that, and that. So I pull up on him. Got a nice ass crib. Crib nice as a motherfucker. So he, first trying to figure out where his shit was at. But then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Park my shit. Um, Before I even went live, I just wanted to, check and say what's up to him and shit, meet him and shit. So he take me down to like the first part of his house because you got to go down. He opens up the little drive where like his garage would be, I guess. So where the garage is at, nigga got press of this, press of that, press of shit everywhere. This motherfucker got press. I mean, you guys see it on the live too, but with him with Volcanes, he got press of shit everywhere. So I'm talking to him. We get a little coffee. That's just the thing. They gonna pull out the coffee fast. Nigga. Like, you want coffee? Yeah, coffee. So he had a little shot of coffee, real quick, espresso. Uh, I'm using the translator, just talking this, that, and the other, checking this shit out. So then he goes around and shit. So we like, all right. I'm like, shit. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let me see the dogs. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, I ain't got that many dogs that anymore. I just got like 5 dogs. I'm like, shit, that's cool. Shit. That's kind of like how I was set up. I would want anyway. So I go back to the dogs. He's like, all right, cool. So I'm not filming yet. Once again, I'm just peeping the whole shit out because I want to be careful. Like when it comes to filming people's private shit, sometimes I like to see the shit, and make sure I don't film something that's inappropriate, but that could like shame somebody or what I'm saying. So I usually scope the shit out most of the time, and then I say, hey man, you mind if I film? You mind if I go live? And then they'd be like, they say yeah, then okay, cool, I'll fire it up. But I always try to ask. I don't like to try to put people on Front Street or try to capture something to embarrass somebody. Because anytime you invite somebody to your house, that's a private, that's your private quarters, and that's a they're extending, and that's not polite to try and catch somebody or catch something or what I'm saying. I don't try to do that. You know what I'm saying. It's just not who I am. That's not how I rock. But so I checked out the first part. Then I was like, let me check out the dogs. We go back to the dogs and shit. So he has a male, female, some puppies. Then he has another male on the end, the fawn on the end. The craziest shit ever, right? So this part ain't the crazy part, right? So he's standing back. So he's like, he give it a little nod, like, go ahead, go by the dogs is just looking, right? They just looking at me. The male, the female is just looking. The puppies is just looking. They looking too. The male and the female, they just sitting there posting. Nigga, they all just posted up. They just posted on the sun. You know what I'm saying? This is semi, early in the morning. Not early, but like, morning time. The dogs is just chilling, right? They see me coming down a little stepway. And so then he's like, nah, go buy them and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the dogs are they kind of just chilling. They just like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Right? So they ain't really tripping. They just looking at me like, what's going on? And then I get a little closer. They're like, huh? Like, who is you? They like hit me with the like, hold on a second, nigga, who is you first of all? Then they turn around like, boom, they pop up. Now they on all fours. First they was just kind of chilling in their kennel. You know what I'm saying? Then they pop up, boom, boom. Now they both looking at me. The male and the female both looking at me. So so I look back at it. He's like, yeah, go a little closer. So they in the cage. I'm not scared of it, but he was like, I was just like peeping him out. He's like, nah, get a little closer. Man, nigga, I got a little closer. Motherfucker hit that. Boom, boom. They both hit that motherfucker. Boom, bam. I'm talking about shit is flying everywhere. Spit, snot. Them motherfuckers is banging off the bow. Boom, bow, bang, boom. They hit that motherfucker. I said, God damn. Right? So I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is going nuts. Right? So I'm like, damn. I was like, all right. And so, like, don't get it wrong. Like, dogs barking in kennels ain't like the end all be all. I'm just saying it was dope. All right. So I go past. I see the little puppies and shit. He got three younger dogs. Well, two. I think it's two. So two, and one. Right. So it's like five. So you got two little puppies, or like medium size, like maybe 6 months or so. But anyway. So then on the end, nigga, the fawn is sitting there, right? The fawn kind of look, and this is like how I'm looking right now. He looks at me like this side eye. I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. He's kind of side eyes me, right? He's sitting. He's kind of like sitting. He's sitting, but he's kind of looking at me like, the fuck this nigga want, right? He kind of sits, he kind of looks, and then so he kind of gives me like, go a little closer, you know? So the fawn is still looking like, damn, bitch ass, like, what the fuck, nigga, I'm chilling, man. This, it's Sunday, so I just came back from church, and I ain't with all this bullshit right now. I got a little closer. That motherfucker turned around. He looked at me like, he looked at me kind of like, bitch ass nigga, you want some static? That nigga popped up. No, let me take it back. Before that, right? Before that, no, hold on a second. Before that, so he looking at me. I'm skipping too fast. So he looking at me like this. Then he goes like this. And then looks at me again. So then I get like a little closer to his shit. Then he pops up. He starts going nuts, right? He started boom, bam, boom. He started hitting the motherfucker. I said, whoa. I said, damn, this motherfucker is something else. Like, this nigga looked like, first I thought he was going to bitch out. I swear to God. I thought, this dog finna bitch out. I was like, damn, it's not going to be a good look. That's why I don't like to film shit off the rip. I'm thinking this ain't going to be a good look for my man. He got these so-called working dogs. The fawn was like, once again, let me recap. When I roll up on the fawn, he's like sitting with his head. So he's sitting on his butt, like his butt is like kind of going like to the right. His paws are on the ground. He's kind of like looking away from me, but he's not like really eyeing me, but he's like side eyeing me like this. And he kind of looks away like, man, I'm gonna tear this motherfucker up. Let me just chill. Like he's like on it. Let me just chill. It's Sunday shit, right? And then the nigga says, get a little closer. Like he motions, get a little closer. Dog goes, ooh. That was kind of like his warning, like, I'm trying to tell you, if I get the fuck up, it's going to be a problem. That was like, I swear to God, I wish I would have recorded this because people aren't going to believe me, but trust me, I'm not exaggerating. This is exactly what the motherfucker did. It was the weirdest shit, but the coolest shit ever. So he did that. Then I got a little closer. That's when he turned, he hopped up like, he started just going fucking nuts. And I was like, damn. I said, oh, okay. So then I was like, yeah, cool. So then he was like, come on. So he took me inside, showed me all the pictures and shit. So then after I seen all that, I was like, all right, my man, it's time to get to the filming, brother. So I was like, you mind if I film? It's like, no problem, go ahead, no problem. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I fire up the live, and once again I go through the pictures, and that's when you watch the live, when I go back out there, I've already been to the dogs, already kind of riled them. But that's when I go out there and the motherfuckers are hitting the boom, bam, boom, bam. The motherfuckers, obviously they ain't in the greatest of shape. No disrespect to him, but obviously they ain't in the greatest of shape because they was getting worked the fuck up. They was boom, bamming, and clah, boom. They was going nuts, the male and the female. They were just spinning and shit, flying, spit, crap everywhere. And then we leave, so I move off of them. And then the motherfucker, I hear the big old male. He go back there like, he fucking that water up. That nigga like, this nigga about to get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he went fucking slot. I think maybe the female, I don't know, it was male. One of them motherfuckers went back and was fucking that water up. But them niggas was cool, man. They was big too. They wasn't no little weak motherfuckers either. They was some big, sturdy, stocky. The bitch was big. The male was big. And they was with all the smoke. And so then he was like, go back over there. So I was like, all right, cool. So I moved back. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I got company. I'll see you back over there tomorrow.